Our names are Miriam,
Abdul,
Michelle.
Antoine.
Before the phone, people communicated through letters and telegraphs. The ancient Athenian Phidippides ran from Marathon to Athens with the news of victory. After Alexander Graham Bell's invention of the phone, communication has become faster, easier, and global.
In 1876, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. In 1877, the first outdoor phone was created, allowing telephone companies to exist. In 1879, people who subscribed to lines began to have numbers instead of their names. In the 1880s, long-distance service expanded throughout this period using metallic circuits. In 1900, the first coin-operated telephone installed in Hartford, Connecticut. In 1904, French phone developed by the Bell Company. This had the transmitter and receiver in a simple handset. In 1911, the American Telephone and Telegraph acquired the Western Union Telegraph Company in a hostile takeover. They purchased stocks in the company covertly, and the two eventually merged. In 1918, it was estimated that approximately 10 million Bell system telephones were in service throughout the U.S. In 1921, the switching of large numbers of calls were made possible through the use of phantom circuits. This allowed 3 conversations to take place on 2 pairs of wires.
In 1927, the first transatlantic service from New York to London became operational. The signal was transmitted by radio waves. In 1936, research into electronic telephone exchanges began and was eventually perfected in the 1960s with the Electronic Switching System, SES. In 1946, world's first commercial mobile phone service was put into operation. It can link moving vehicles to a telephone network via radio waves. In 1947, microwave radio technology was used for the first time for long-distance phone calls, and the transmitter was invented at Bell Laboratories, Alexander Graham Bell's company. In 1955, the world saw the beginning of the laying of transatlantic telephone cables. In 1962, the world's first international communication satellite, Telstar, was launched. In the 1980s, the development of fiber optic cables offer the potential to carry much larger volumes of calls than satellite or microwaves. And from the 1980s to now, huge advances in microelectronic technology over the last 2 decades have enabled the development of cellular phones to advance at a truly astonishing rate. A cellular phone has its own central transmitter, allowing it to receive seamless transmissions as it enters and exits a cell.
By 2000, up to 1 billion people worldwide use cell phones for gaming, internet, and texting, as well as talking. During the 2000s, changes were coming at an almost exponential speed and led to some key events which have continued to not only impact society as a whole, but affect the business and educational sectors heavily as well. In this time period from 2000 to 2013, the focus from wired and cordless phones for communication needs switched to that of mobile devices, and particularly cellular phones. Between 2000 and 2003, 2 of the biggest changes took place in the physical configuration of cell phones. The first cell phone with a QWERTY keyboard was available, and the first smartphones with touchscreen or LCD screens came to the market. Several models of cell phones included fully functional calendars, FM radio, Bluetooth, WAP, and GPRS web browser compatibilities, and color screen options. This was also a time when the first camera phones were publicly available. Internal memory capacity was increasing to the point that music storage was possible, along with more text and data storage. Palm One and BlackBerry both introduced the first merged phone, which applied cell phone technology with PDA functionality. In 2003, Nokia introduced the first 3G smartphone, grandfather to our current devices utilizing 3G and 4G technology.
By 2004, Nokia's smartphone had already advanced and allowed for global signal roaming. This device incorporated the previous tools of other cell phones into a compact digital device and initiated some of the biggest changes to follow. housing stronger cameras, the ability to allow for global roaming, and downloading of software programs called applications or apps, set the stage for cellular mobile devices to become as powerful as laptops in the near future. In a bid to enter this highly lucrative market, HTC Universal designed the first 3G Pocket PC phone, which incorporated Windows Mobile technology, setting the stage for emerging of computer and cellular phone capabilities. During the 2007 to 2010 timeframe, Facebook launched its first cell phone app. Our current time period, 2011 to 2013, has been characterized by an immense number of apps available for our smartphones. One such app is a Dropbox app. In the last several years, it has become increasingly apparent that the small, candy bar-sized tool called a cell phone can actually have the capacity to enhance and even replace personal movable computers such as laptops and tablets.
Well, that's all, folks. Thank you for watching and enjoy your day.